Hey guys, it's Noah here, and I don't have a very good intro, but I've been sick today, and I was bored out of my mind, and I was like, hey, I should just make a video and just have a little fun. So today I'll be doing like a life story video. It'll be about this one savage man, one kid, one beast. I won't say his real name. I'll just say, we'll call him Jim. Yeah, we'll call him Jim. I won't reveal his identity for the sake of you guys. Mikey was, I just said his real name. Mikey. Okay, you know what? His name's Mikey. His name's Mikey. I just said his real name. I'm such an idiot, but Mikey was a slang monster. He wasn't your ordinary kid. He was kind of that one weird kid that everyone wanted to ignore. No offense, Mikey. Like, some people just would ignore him, and like, of course, I was the new kid at school, so he had to try and be friends with me. Like, yes, a fresh new start, a new kid. I want to be his friend or whatever. Yeah, so I came to school. I sat with him, and I didn't see what much was wrong with him. I was like, he's cool. He's not bad. I don't see anything bad about him. And then as I kept going, he just kept getting worse and worse. He started like, I don't know. No offense, Mikey, but if you see in this video, he kind of smelled like poo. He smelled like legit poo. Whenever I walked by him, I smelled poo. No offense, Mikey boy, but yeah. So now that I have the background out of the way, Mikey, I'll just tell you a bunch of stories of my life with Mikey in them. Starting with, I should come up with titles. They're so darn good. This one will be Mikey's Pokemon card baseball surprise. I mean rock surprise, not baseball. So, one day, it was a summer day, me and my brother and this really cool kid named Philip. He was like one of my best friends from Peter. Yeah, he was one of my best friends, and we were just sitting in my backyard throwing rocks into this pit, and this little it wasn't a deep pit, it's just like a trench. Throwing rocks into it, having a little fun, you know. Actually, we weren't having any fun because we were bored. It was one of those boring summer days. We had nothing to do, and then Mikey comes by, and like by this time we were pretty annoyed of him, all three of us, because he lived in our neighborhood. I found out, my next door neighbor. Philip was 2 houses down. Yeah, Mikey just comes in, and he was like being so annoying, because I liked Pokemon back then, and he had to like whatever I liked. So he's like, hey, let's trade some Pokemon cards, guys. And we were like, no, Mikey. And then he starts going in front of the trench that we're throwing rocks into, and he's like being an annoyance. He's running around, bitch, you can't hit me, and all this garbage. And we weren't gonna throw it at him because he had visceral reactions to things. And we were like, oh no, Mikey. We're like, we're not gonna throw stuff at you. And then he starts annoying us. He's like getting in our face now. He was like, getting all, and he was kind of getting a little sassy, like he wanted us to hit him. And Philip was a pretty darn good baseball player. He was a pretty darn good thrower. But I still don't understand this to this day. Even though Philip was a darn good baseball player, he didn't throw it too hard. Just barely overhanded it. I've seen underhand throws with more power, but I knew that he just didn't want to throw it really hard. He just wanted to do it to shoo Mikey. But then Mikey gets just barely hit on the side of his ankle, on the side of the leg, and he starts bawling. He's like, and he says one more thing before he leaves. This thing, I'll remember him to this day. Pulling at Mikey, he said, I'm not giving you my Pokemon cards. And then he runs off. The legend runs off. The man, the myth, the legend, Mikey. So, like, we sat there like, what's going on? We were laughing a little bit because, like, Philip barely hit him, and he was bawling his eyes out. It was a little weird. And so, yeah, that happened, and, we're kind of just hanging out after that. Yeah, that's all that story. Let me tell you about Mikey's sister now, Cassie. So one time, me and my brother, we had these, like, plastic lightsabers. We were playing with these plastic lightsabers, me, my brother, and Philip. And it was a little dark out. It was like nighttime. A little bit nighttime. It wasn't like pitch black, like 2 a.m. And I guess Cassie heard us, and she's like, shut up, you guys are being annoying and all this. And she's like whining and complaining. No offense, Cassie. And so, like, we're like, okay, we'll try and be a little quieter. Like, we try to, and then, like, I guess she heard us again. She comes out, and she was really ticked off. She runs down and steals our freaking, one of our swords, probably mine, because I was the weakest and youngest one out of all of us. She steals our one of our swords, and she just starts going to town, just bashing us. Just, like, whacking us as hard as she can, and, like, we were getting hurt and ticked off. And then this other kid in my neighborhood, his name was Logan or something, he comes out with, like, a stick, and he came out of his house, and I guess he heard all of us. He came out of his house, and he's like, go away, Cassie, no one likes you. And, like, this part I don't understand either. Like, we were just having a little fun, and then this Logan kid comes out and just starts whacking her, going to town, like, as hard as possible. And then she gets hit. I don't know if she cried, but she went inside. She's like, I hate you guys suck. Yeah. Okay, skip ahead a little while. See, Mikey, this is the hard part. This is the hard part to talk about. I don't know if this story is true, but I kind of think it is, because there are a bunch of people. We have this 4th of July party at our cul-de-sac. Everybody comes, joins, has a jolly time. You know, kids are playing in the street, adults are, you know, drinking beer or whatever. And I didn't see much of the party, because me and my friend Philip were hanging out behind his house and, like, jumping on a trampoline and stuff. And then there were rumors that one of the people, like, I guess they were super drunk, and they offered Mikey a beer. And Mikey chugged that stuff. He just chugged it down. He just chugged that stuff down, like, right down. And then I heard that in the rumor, they said that, I'll tell you why I think the rumor's true, but a bunch of people said he kept chugging down alcohol. It does seem like little Mikey. A little Mikey. I don't know if he had any, like, I don't know, I don't want to be mean, like, illnesses? I don't know how to put it, but, he was, like, acting all, yeah, they said he drank a bunch, and then this is the reason why I think it's kind of true. I didn't see him at school for, like, 2 months. People were saying that he had to go, like, to, like, rehabilitation, rehab, or whatever, and he had to get some not a stomach pump, but, like, some habit, like a stomach or liver or something, because he drank so much. And the sad part is, the part that makes me cry every time I say it. Sorry, I'm a little sick. Gotta clear up. Okay, Mikey. My dad decided that we should move away, and we moved to Sturgis, home of the rally. We moved to Sturgis, but I never got to see Mikey. Mikey was still in that rehab, I guess, and I left without goodbye. You know? It's pretty tragic. And then, I guess, that's what happened. I left without Mikey getting to see his face one more time. This part is what makes the story all worthwhile. See, I play for Sturgis now. In basketball, we had this traveling team last year. We had one this year, but it's kind of shortened. So I arrive at this tournament, pretty big tournament. I heard that there were quite a few teams, you know, not a local tournament. And then I look at the bracket, and I'm like, you know, we got us, Sturgis, a couple Rapid teams, Deadwood, pretty local. And then I look near the bottom of the list. freaking pier. And I was like, Mikey wasn't that athletic. I don't know. Would he be playing? I was like, maybe. I was thinking. I was like, what if Mikey played basketball? It's like, maybe. So then, we got there, and like, it was near our last game, and we were playing pier. It was set up perfectly. It's amazing. We're like, we found out we're playing pier. I was like, nah. And I was just like, I told my friends these same stories. I was like, what if Mikey the Legend was real? And they said it would be so funny. Oh, that'd be hilarious. But I didn't think it'd be real. It's just too much of a dream, right? Wrong. So I'm sitting there. We're heading to our game. There's 2 separate hallways that the teams enter. Well, it's not set for the teams to enter, but my team enters through. Coming through the hallway, Mikey's dad, the coach, and Mikey with his team behind him. Mikey's walking like a badass, you know. Mikey, he's like the leader of this team, but Mikey looked a lot different. I think he like put on some weight, not bad weight, you know, but looked a little different. I was like, my boy Mikey, and I was like a foot taller than him now. And I don't know if he barely recognized me. I know he saw me and he was like, Noah. I saw him 2 years after, him walking down this hall like a badass, just sitting there. He's just like so pumped to play freaking basketball. It was amazing. I gotta say, it was amazing. So yeah, we play him, and a funny thing is, at the beginning of the game, his dad puts him in, and Mikey didn't score any points that game, but at the beginning of the game, Mikey's like, I want to guard Noah. And I was like a foot taller than him, so I scored like quite a few points off of just getting the ball and towering over him. No offense, Mikey. You're just kind of short. No offense, dude. Not bad to be short though. Short people get the ladies. That's why I'm a loner. Never. Okay. So we're sitting here playing basketball. We actually got beat by Pier, but they kind of had a one-man team. Mikey didn't score any points. Yeah. And I just thought that was the coolest thing ever. That's a big part of my life. Legend of Mikey. So whenever you go to bed and pray, just always think about Mikey. Just say like, dear Lord Jesus, lay my head to sleep. Pray for Mikey's protection. Just something like that, you know. Just pray for him, guys. I know I'll see him sometime. I know I'll be like 50 years old. No, 90 years old. I'm about to die. Like, I'm in the hospital. My bed's separated by curtains. I open that curtain and I see Mikey there. And we like die together or something like that. That would be goals. You know. So yeah, guys, that's it. I guess that's all. I just thought it was a really cool story. Because Mikey, he was a beast, you know. Good. It was nice meeting him, you know, seeing him again. Even if that may have been my last time. I know it hasn't. Yeah, I guess I'll talk to you guys later. And don't forget to pray for Mikey, you know. See ya, I guess. I don't have a good outro. Oh wait, I gotta dance on my outro.